Hey my friends, it's your old pal Jordan the Lion and the beautiful Katie.
Hello.
And we are coming to you from Omaha, Nebraska. We are going to go visit the unmarked grave of a very great character actress that I grew up with, Katie grew up with. She played a lot of really memorable parts. We're hoping to see where she's buried today, but yeah, sadly no headstone. Daze with Jordan the Lion begins right now. Here we are at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Omaha. This one really could have been difficult to find, but it looks like online on Find a Grave someone's actually put the coordinates, so we're going to follow those and see if it does in fact take us to her grave. So here you'll see a headstone that says Saunders, and that's what we were definitely looking for. Right in front of that one, you will see there are some flowers here. And this was Anne Ramsey. Anne Ramsey was Momma Fratelli from the Goonies. She was Momma from Throw Momma from the Train. I remember seeing that movie in the theaters. Danny DeVito is Owen, and he wants his teacher Larry Donner, who is played by Billy Crystal, to basically meet his mom because he feels like, hey, this guy understands creative writing, he understands murder mysteries, and once he meets my mom, I want to kill her.
Owen doesn't have a friend.
That's because he's shy.
No, he's not. He's fat and he's stupid.
And so that's basically what the story is about. It's a really bizarre movie. She's supposed to be just so unlikable in the movie. You know, she's, Owen, get in here. Just constantly screaming at him and everything. So you see throughout the movie, Billy Crystal is just constantly like on the verge of helping him to do this. And there's a part where Owen finally has enough.
I got a raspberry in my ear. Send it out.
Oh, Mama!
Ah!
Mama.
I think she got it, Sonny.
And the next scene is you see her going, all right, Sonny, you got it.
I don't know what I'd do without you, Owen, baby.
It's a great movie. I also remember her from Scrooged. She was one of the homeless people in Scrooged, and actually it was her and two other people. Logan was her husband. One of the guys that plays the homeless people in Scrooge was her actual husband. From 1954 on, they had met on Broadway and had been together ever since. Now, I'm not real sure. We did notice, Katie and I noticed that her mother is right over here. And it was her mother, right? That was the treasurer for the Girl Scouts?
It was her grandmother.
Oh, her grandmother.
Yep, it's a family plot. This actually indicates a sister, I read. She had a sister that was only 2 years old that was born here.
Huh.
Eleanor Mobley, daughter of Nathan and Eleanor. Those are her parents.
Okay. Okay. I don't know why Anne Ramsey doesn't have a headstone, though. Kind of curious. She ended up, basically, from what I could tell, you know, she had a really great career. She was on Three's Company, Wonder Woman, Little House on the Prairie. But in 1984, she had part of her tongue removed because she had cancer. So that was part of her appeal, was that slurred speech. That came from that. She was also in Any Which Way You Can with Clint Eastwood. But apparently in 1988, the cancer came back. And that's unfortunately what ended up killing her. I guess maybe one of the bright sides to it was that she passed away in 1988, and she was actually nominated for a couple of awards for Throw Momma from the Train that same year. She was also on Alf that year, and a couple of the movies that she filmed ended up coming out after she ended up passing away. Kind of sad. You know, think of this, Katie. Without Mama Fratelli, we have no Sloth.
This is true.
One of the most beloved characters in all of television or film history from the Goonies.
Yes.
It's great. She always played like a gangster, like a real tough mama, you know, kind of character. So other than Scrooged, you know, I think what people most know her for is probably Throw Mama from the Train, which for people that follow this channel for a long time, my very first year of vlogging, I realized that the building 2 doors down from where I lived for years was actually Larry Donner's apartment. It was Billy Crystal's apartment in the movie. So I've always loved it. I vlogged that movie when I lived in Hollywood, and it's just nice to come out and pay her respects. She was not known for being, you know, the most beautiful woman, or she was a real character actor person, but when you see the face, she's just so iconic. I mean, I think especially in Goonies, without her, there's really no movie. Without her busting the kids out of jail and then chasing the kids all the way out to One-Eyed Willie's treasure, without her, the movie is just, you know, it takes a real great actress to be that rough, you know. It reminds me of, she would have been a great bloody mama, like my friend Shelley Winters. Just that kind of, I always envision Anne Ramsey was kind of like a bloody mama character actor to me. But nominated for several awards in her career. Really cool to hear. She was also born here. She was born in Omaha. Wondering what the little duck down there has to do with, but she was born here, but she was raised in Greenwich Village. And while she was in college, she got involved and interested in the theater. And pretty much that was her whole life. She met her husband in the 50s doing theater. They got married in 54 and stayed together till the end. Anne and her husband, Logan Ramsey, actually started a theater for the living arts when they got married and moved to Philadelphia. But as we were looking, we could not find, he passed away in 2000 in Long Beach, but there's no burial details, so we're not sure if he's here with Anne or if he was scattered somewhere else, or if, you know, family wanted him somewhere else. But hopefully he's here with Anne Ramsey, his wife of so many years. Okay, once again, you surprised me. We always have everything in common, but you just actually told me what your favorite thing was, and I've never even seen it.
One of my favorite Anne Ramsey roles, and not a lot of people have seen it. It's one of her first that she's done, but she played one of the funniest lunch ladies in National Lampoon's Class Reunion, where she's basically taking her hands and digging it into Jell-O and throwing it on people's plates. One of the guys said, actually Stephen First, who was in Animal House, looks at her and says, "Mrs. T, this looks almost good enough to eat."
State says you gotta have Jell-O.
You know what's funny is that most people, when they go to Hollywood, they want to be leading lady, or they want to be seen as beautiful. But one of the things that I was taught when I lived there in commercial acting class was they said, look at your flaws, and that's probably what you'll make your money off of. And her, much like Ruth Buzzy, she played into her slurred speech and her look and everything to be a great character actress. Never really cared about being a leading actress, but it led her to a leading role with Billy Crystal and Danny DeVito. Gotta love it. Right at the end of her life.
Well, we grew up with these movies. I mean, I don't think there's anyone who can take a look at a photo of her and not say, oh yeah, I remember her in this. So I think she, like you said, she had a look, she kind of ran with it, and she was a talented character actress.
Yep. Sadly died of cancer. So sad. We've lost so many people to that. I've noticed there's several pictures online of this space, you know, her final resting place for people that want to come out and visit. And it seems like there are always flowers here. So someone comes out and visits her pretty often. So it's nice to see that she's not forgotten. And it's also nice to see that, you know, there's always a way of someone identifying her that comes out here, and love those movies. Well, my friends, we're going to call it a day. I'm glad that we got to come out, and I know I hate saying it, but to visit Momma Fratelli. I mean, that's probably the first thing I ever remember seeing her in, and you know, just to come out and remember the great people, the great character actors. It's those people that I think sometimes are the most memorable from movies. So if you're ever in Omaha, come to Forest Lawn and give her a visit, show your respect, and we will see you from our next vlog. Have a great night, and goodbye.